Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be unstoppable? Picture a man whose journey began long before the legends of modern football. Today, we dive into the incredible, raw story of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. This is a tale of grit, defiance, and triumph against all odds. Welcome to the saga of a man who defied the world and carved his own destiny. When most people talk about Zlatan, they mention his long and illustrious career. Yet, very few know that his journey did not start at Juventus. It began way back in 1999, long before Figo betrayed Barcelona and before Ronaldo, the phenomenon, suffered his career-altering injury. Zlatan was already making his mark, laying the foundation for a legacy that would defy time. By 2004, few clubs wanted his talent. Despite having a Ballon d'Or nomination, no respectable team was willing to sign him. His career seemed to be at a standstill, forcing him to choose between a move to Southampton or staying at a club that despised him. All of this because he took one step in the wrong direction. At Ajax, every young player fought fiercely for their moment in the spotlight. It was survival of the fittest, where ambition sometimes led to betrayal. Zlatan believed that even his teammate Rafael van der Vaart had turned against him in a bid for personal glory. The tension was palpable, setting the stage for an unforgettable showdown. On the 18th of August, 2004, with the Netherlands facing Sweden, emotions reached a boiling point. Just 4 minutes into the match, as Zlatan forced his way toward goal, he stepped on Van der Vaart's ankle. As his teammate writhed on the ground, pleading for help, Zlatan simply celebrated his team's goal. The commentator's searing words captured the anger of the Amsterdam crowd, labeling him a despicable man with a punchable face. That incident marked the start of a bitter rivalry. No matter how many times Zlatan called or apologized, Van der Vaart never forgave him. The feud escalated until both found themselves in a tense meeting with the club board. There, Zlatan roared with fury, threatening to break the legs of anyone who dared accuse him again. Director Louis van Gaal, who despised Zlatan, used this moment as the final straw, giving him an ultimatum and forcing him to seek a new club. This was not just another quarrel. A year earlier, Van der Made had left the club for Everton, and the year before that, Mido had moved to Middlesbrough. These were Zlatan's closest friends. With a different agent, his fate might have taken another turn. But fate had other plans. His right-hand man, Mino Raiola, a master of influence, stepped in and changed everything. Raiola, no stranger to controversy after bringing Neve to Juventus, used every bit of his clout to force Juventus scouts to the Cruyff Arena. Despite repeated warnings that a street punk like Zlatan was unworthy to shine alongside legends such as Del Piero or Trezeguet, Raiola fought relentlessly for his client. And just 4 days after that infamous incident, Zlatan played the most important match of his career. As Zlatan stepped onto the pitch, waves of insults crashed down from the stands and scouts prepared to offer their harshest judgments. Instead of feeling like a gladiator walking to his doom, he felt like a lion ready to roar. 12 minutes into the match, he scored a goal. Even when the stadium fell silent, he pressed on. Near the end of the game, he faked shot after fake shot, mesmerizing the spectators and leaving the scouts in awe. Comparisons to Maradona and Zidane filled the air while Van der Vaart sat in stunned silence. An hour later, a reporter asked Zlatan, "People see you as one entity, but who is the real Zlatan?" His answer became as legendary as his career when he declared, "There is only one Zlatan." Yet beneath that confident exterior lay a man of immense complexity and vulnerability, a man shaped by hardship and inner struggle. Behind the mask of a superstar was a lonely child. At the tender age of 2, his parents divorced. His father took custody of his only full sibling, his sister Sanella, leaving Zlatan with his mother. For a time, he was raised by a half-sister battling addiction while his mother faced her own challenges, including jail time for shoplifting. Living with his father proved even harsher. In a selfless act, Zlatan sacrificed his own happiness to allow Sanella to live with his sisters, only to face an empty fridge and a father drowning his sorrows in beer, haunted by war and trauma. With no one to guide him, young Zlatan sought solace on the streets and in the flickering glow of his television. Bruce Lee, Sylvester Stallone, and Muhammad Ali became his father figures, inspiring him to forge his own path. Yet, Every club he joined only deepened his sense of isolation. He was seen as the foreign kid with an attitude problem, unwelcome and misunderstood. In his small town, where everyone seemed to live in a different world, Zlatan was utterly alone. When his bike was stolen, he learned to pick locks and even turned to petty theft as a means of survival. Tired of school and life, he threatened to abandon everything to work at the docks. But then, a coach recognized the fire within him, insisting that not everyone could be a pretty boy. That one piece of paper changed everything, and for the first time, Zlatan believed he stood a chance. Zlatan made his debut for Malmo during a match that confirmed the club's relegation after 64 long years at the top. Instead of defecting to a rival, he stayed. The night before, director Hasselborg pleaded with him to remain, treating him like his own child. That night, the fans embraced him wholeheartedly. Despite some teammates resenting his arrogance, his talent shone through for everyone to see. Yet his temper was as fierce as his talent. In a match against Djurgården, Zlatan was sent off for striking a center back with his elbow. The opposition later admitted that his aggression had been a decisive factor in their downfall. Amid these controversies, his star continued to rise. Even when Arsene Wenger extended a lavish invitation to the Emirates, Zlatan famously replied that he did not do auditions. As his fame grew, so did the pressure. His father reminded him that he was not truly someone until he was known across Europe. Embracing his larger-than-life persona, Zlatan pushed himself beyond limits. He led Ajax to a dramatic comeback in the Dutch Cup final. With extra time and the golden goal rule still in place, he emerged from the bench to deliver a decisive strike. That goal, his ninth of the season, silenced many of his critics and saved his career. The following year, with teammates like Litmanen and a personal coach in Marco van Basten, Zlatan became an unstoppable force. He began scoring breathtaking goals that left fans in awe, and headlines praised his genius. Rivalries flared and friendships were tested, yet his unwavering will to succeed carried him through every challenge. Behind the scenes, Zlatan faced even greater hardships. A shocking contract scandal engineered by a trusted agent left him reeling. Betrayed and struggling mentally, he endured a 5-match ban that sent the media into a frenzy. At just 20 years old, he vowed to stay and fight, even when it seemed like everything was stacked against him. Against all odds, Zlatan turned his fortunes around. He scored 14 goals in 15 matches and redefined what it meant to be a champion. His transformation was complete when he earned a Ballon d'Or nomination, led Ajax to reclaim the league trophy, and secured a spot at the Euros with a breathtaking acrobatic backheel goal against Italy. His journey became a testament to resilience and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is more than a name on a jersey. He is a man who rose from loneliness and struggle to become one of the most iconic figures in football history. His life proves that even when the world seems determined to hold you back, greatness lies within. There is more than one Zlatan. There is a man beneath the mask. As Aristotle once said, "Give me the child, and I will show you the man." For Zlatan, every hardship was a stepping stone toward the greatness he achieved. This is the true story of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, a legacy defined not by smooth victories, but by relentless struggle and an unbreakable will to overcome. There is only one Zlatan, and his story will inspire generations to come.